We had a cool fight scene, and now it's boring again. Now life is just sucky. Right in the metro again. I ever feel like $1,000,000 after yesterday. This was the first time I'd ever done something like that. Going out of my way to get into a fight. Sure, it wasn't my first scrap, far from it, but usually they come to me. I feel invigorated. Happy? Yeah, I guess so. Great. Yeah, it's kind of bad actually. Since I'm gonna get my kicks now, I'm gonna start picking random fights on the street. I'll be lucky if I'm not dead by the end of the year. But if it's gonna help me control my outbursts at school, do I really have another choice? And what if I end up getting fucked up? Am I just going to school looking chewed up and wrapped in bandages? That will get people talking for sure. I gotta be careful. I can't let these people find out I'm like that. Well, worse than they already know about me. It'd be worse if the cops catch me doing shit like this. Should start wearing a mask or something. What, like a fucking superhero? I can get real. Not like I'm trying to go out and beat shit out of scumbags for justice. It just makes me feel better. Pulled out of my inner turmoil by heavy thought and a distinct darkening of the lights. Mr. Ferris? Nice. My gaze travels up to meet the big old lugs. He nods. Good morning, Mr. D. I return it with a genuine smirk. Smirk? Not even a smile. I'm just gonna smirk at him this early in the morning. I love that it is very obvious that his fighting bullshit is just like no go. No one is okay with this. Everyone's like, what the hell are you? You're doing what? Wow, I appreciate that I just started streaming and take a guess who got bad news. Fuck. Fuck. Morning, Chief. How's it going? School up to code for ya? He smiles back.
So far, so good, but I'm taking it slow. I like to be very thorough, at the idea of a place of learning not being an ideal place to learn. I appreciate our talks. Your perspective has really helped me understand the student body more.
I cock an eyebrow. Me? You sure? I'm not exactly the ideal student. He chuckles.
Of course, I know you're rough and tumble sorts, but it helps to see all sides, D. St. Hammond should be able to cater to students of all walks of life.
He gently he glances away as he swipes his finger along his mustache, pondering a question.
I do hate to be noisy, but D? Is that your name, or is it short for something?
Well, someone was bound to ask eventually, but I like Ferris, so I'll just tell him. It's short for Dorian. My mom was really into Greek history, and Dad went along with it to make her happy. But I prefer D, so just keep calling me that, okay?
He nods. Of course. Thank you for telling me, D. I appreciate it.
He glances away again.
And another thing, you're keyed into all the young folk lingo, right?
I can't help but have a little chuckle. It escapes me. I guess I am. What's on your mind, Chief? He stares at me intently.
What does yeet mean? I've heard the term thrown around recently.
I cock an eyebrow, a wry smile tugging at my mouth. Yeet. Oh, it's, like throw something very hard. But you can also use it like, when you say yeah, real excited or something. It's 3 years old now, though. He hums quietly, peering at me with a cocked eyebrow of his own. Everyone's just penising their eyebrows around this place. It's all penises, all the way down.
Well, then.
Hold on. Mr. Ferris grills me about slang until the metro car finally comes to a stop. We say our goodbyes as we reach the entrance to the school and head off to pee. I don't like waiting around in the hallways, and it's not like I keep anything in my hallway locker, so I just sit for the locker room and get changed into the clothes early, lounging around on the gym bleachers until class starts. Coach Solly catches my attention as he walks up.
Good morning, private folks. I need one favor from you, son.
I penis my eyebrow a little bit. You know, just throwing it out there. Sure, Coach Sully. He gestures a hand for me to follow when I oblige. Leads me to the equipment storage room and gestures at a bunch of rollout mats. We're gonna be doing a little bit of wrestling today, so help me fold these mats out and get them ready. I'm gonna lug one piece over my shoulder, grinning. Wrestling? Sweet. You're splitting the boys and girls apart, of course. He nods. Snorting.
Obviously. That would be a disaster otherwise.
Probably because there's way more, like, buff boys than there are buff girls. Like, in the intro sequence, we do see, you know, there is a character that's definitely, like, you know, the musculature female. But I imagine that the vast majority are just art students. You know, you don't want Ben anywhere near Mia during this, is what I'm trying to say. Poor Ben.
But I assume you're only asking because of Mia. Don't worry, son, I won't force you to go anywhere near.
I've heard from people who actually have combat experience that, like, experience is more determining than anything else. Oh, you're a big guy? Well, she's been fighting for any amount of time and you haven't. She's gonna kick your ass. Oh, no, but I'm a big... No, it doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. Like, your first fight is always gonna be sloppy, because you're a little goober. You're just a little fresh-faced little guy. And even then, you know, the more you fight, the more you learn. There's a limit, of course, but difference in experience goes a long way. Which is really how you should be differentiating this. These are students, not, you know, athletes that are already at the peak of their physical limits. There's much more variety between, say, Ben, Inko, and Damien than there is between, I guess, Inko and Liz. It'd be even weirder if you do it with, like, preteens, because at that point it's like, listen, buddy, that hasn't even happened yet, for the most part. Also, they're fucking kids. They're all losers. It's whatever, boss. I'm in a real good mood today. I don't even think you could do so much as piss me off. I see him perk up at that.
Really? I'm glad to hear that. Well,
I flinch.
double time and get those mats rolled out yesterday, maggot.
I step to it, making sure they're all evenly spaced out. You know, I'm a little bit, got that interior decorating in me. I got that little bit of interior decorator. Also, I would like to point out, this is something that I'm going to just put my foot down on. In this setting, the way this guy has been talking, the difference between humans and dinosaurs is way more significant than the difference between boys and girls. To the extent that I think that you basically have a fucking flowchart. Which group do you go in? Follow the chart. Fun fact, according to world building, excluding handlers are as good as... If Anon went fishing with Rip, he caught a whatever the fuck. He caught a piss fish. He caught the piss fish. Good for him. I step to it, making sure they're evenly spaced out until the gym is ready. And prep for a morning of sweaty grappling. That sounds disgusting. Stones have already begun filing in, and by the time I put the last mat down, the bell chimes out. We do our usual shoulder-to-shoulder lineup while Solly belts out our activities for the day. He files the ladies and the gents on the opposite sides of the gyms and pairs us off with partners. Naturally, I end up with Damien. He looks absolutely thrilled shitless, and while we chat a little while Solly's on the other end yelling orders at the others. Oh yeah, I love wrestling! I peered him curiously. You good at it? Yeah, like super good! I wrestle all the time with my little bro, and Solly's been having us do this here and there since freshman year. I don't know what a Sakamon bar is, but I'll look it up. I'll give it a look-see. What the fuck is this fish? What happened to it? Why does it look like that? Why does it look so stupid? Oh, that's terrible. That's not very great. Poor guy. Poor guy. Sorry to hear, buddy. Woof. Oh yeah, I should turn on some actual tracks because we're dealing with the hard stuff.
We're dealing with wrestling.
I crack my neck back and forth, a grin creeping across my face. Oh, don't get too excited. You asked me to show some moves, remember? Infinite handcuffs. Well, I guess if we're going hard combat, why not? Fine, we'll do it your way. Oh, that's snazzy. That's snazzy. Any excitement he slowly begins to wane as he absorbs my words, studying my face carefully. Ah, crap. I belt out a laugh, slapping him on the back. Don't worry about it, buddy. I won't make you too bad. He cocks an eyebrow. He penises his eyebrow, because everyone's just penising eyebrows around here. But he smiles nonetheless, recoiling a little from a slap. You seem in high spirits today, bro. I nod, peering off to the side. You know, I did a little bit of soul searching yesterday after school. He nods, says, that's deep, Deester. Suddenly, Coach Solly's voice rings out across the room. Okay, maggots! Step on your mats and get ready to tussle. All of you have been training for this day since freshman year. Now show me the results. Oh, there's a recommendation. Hold on. Bully? Really? We're going bully? We're going bully? He raises his whistle to his mouth as Damien and I post up in front of each other, crouching low. Good old dare you. Dare you. Crouching low. Damn, this is the most intense I've ever seen this goofy guy. Solly waits for everyone to get ready and, Damien and I immediately shoot forward and slam into a clinch. Damn, this guy's strong. Damn dino strength. I have to batter away the intrusive thoughts of slamming an elbow into his face. As usually when I'm doing something like this, it's a dirty fight. I twist my foot and lurch my shoulder in, battering his arm aside to throw one in his armpit and hook it across his back. My other coming up and slamming against the back of his head, locking him into an underhook. I slip my foot behind and drive forward. He stomps the other foot back to keep himself up. Alright, he's not too bad. Okay, we'll try this the hard way. I try to trip him one more time and he expects it, stomping down again. Yeah. I take advantage of the motion to slip behind him, swiftly moving my arms behind his midsection and locking my arms together with the fingers. He grunts, wrenching at my arms. I fall backwards, bringing him onto the ground behind me. My legs lock around his waist, and he's unsure what to do with his hands as I take my arms off his midsection and try to wrap an elbow around his neck. But he sees what I'm going for and interposes his own end in time to keep me from executing a full choke. I think your teacher would get mad if you actually try to choke him, though. Because that's like the limit of what danger is like. And still, I keep his arm locked against his chest. Almost it is then. I take my free and start wrenching at the now locked joint roughly, causing him to grunt in pain. He wraps his other arm up, and under my assaulting arm, he wrenches it off of him with a heavy tug, freeing up his locked arm. This is... I don't care. You know, this would be a lot easier if I could just slug you one. I position my arms behind his back and unlock my legs, shoving him forward. He staggers to her feet, and I smoothly rise up, and suddenly we're circling each other on the mat, trying to get a read. He penises a grin. Different than an eyebrow, I guess. Yeah, I'd be ways of just spitting at Easter. Oh, fuck you, dinos. What is it with this story and just insisting on the dimorphisms? Like I can't imagine every dino's like that. We have little raptor boys like Sage. They're teeny, comparatively. I wave my fingers towards him with both hands. I grin at him, taunting him with the "come hither" motion. Come hither to my bed fire, prince. He takes the bait with a laugh, and suddenly we're locked into another clutch. Sorry, my boy, I gotta do it to you. Sweeping my arm across his chest, I give him a pat. I ball the collar of his gym shirt up in my fist and pull him close to my chest with a giant twist of my hip. I heave him over my shoulder and send his ass overhead onto the floor. The mat takes most of the impact, but he still hits the floor with a meaty thud, and judging from the breathless grunt that just escaped him, he got the wind knocked out of him regardless. Unfortunately, wrestling is a game of submission. I spare him no time as I hit the ground next to him, getting out the roses and the Kims, slipping under his arm and immediately locking into an armbar, which I waste no time putting the pressure on. Damien struggles vainly for a few moments before I give one final hearty tug, and with a decidedly desperate grunt of pain, he starts tapping on my leg with his free hand. I almost immediately go and roll off him. Standing up, I stare down at him as he looks up at me, breathing out. Holy crap, dude! You weren't kidding. Grinning, I reach down and clap my hands onto his, helping him onto his feet and patting his shoulder as he works the stress out of his arm with a few shakes. No, it's not. Fighting's kind of my hobby. My real art, if you will. He chuckles. I can tell, hombre, you're a scary guy. Glad you're my friend. That word again. The mere mention draws a wincer. How dare you call me your friend, buddy? You're not gonna make it any easier. Infinite handcuffs at the start. Yeah, I had a feeling. I love the mental image of this guy going like, you can't call me a friend because I gotta collect. You know, something bad might happen to if you don't pay up. We can't be friends. Why can't we be friends? 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 Bum, 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 bum. Hold up. Okay. Frowning, he turns to face me fully. D, I'm not mad for you what you said yesterday, man. It was a poorly timed joke of my part, and you were clearly hella mad. I shake my head. Still shouldn't have done it. But if you ain't mad, I ain't gonna sweat it. I hold out my fist, smirking. Give me the extra credit. You need to fight this guy, Hugo from. Give me Nux, big man. You did all right, you know. If maybe you should come with me and collect some dues on the side. He grins widely, completing the bump. We turn and watch the rest of class, and I note that Mia's already beaten the pulling part, and he looks devastated on the ground. Poor gal. Wait, is that red cunt staring at me? Ah, she is. She must have known Damien and I's bout. I lock eyes with her, and why I expect to see a smug grin, I only see a contemplative scowl. What? Did thick as skinny could back up his shit talking from yesterday? I shake my head at her. I turn to the others. Ain't worth my time.